de Bogota. While we're promoting One David, I'll let you know more facts about Bogota. So Bogota is ranked first in Colombia, and it's also the first Spanish-speaking city in South America for this year's rankings. It's third in LATAM overall, increasing by 2 spots in the regional ranking. Overperforming industries for this wonderful ecosystem are transportation, which they are ranked first in South America, and fintech, where they rank third in South America. Hi, Juan David. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Catherine. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Fine. Everything okay. Thank you for having us here and for all the work that you do in Startup Link for this report. I don't know. I'm going to turn off the video because I have some problems with my connection. So it's better only to have my voice in the presentation, maybe, Catherine.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. Okay, for us, it's really important to be here today and to share some good news for the startup ecosystem in Colombia, but also in Bogota. As you mentioned already, Catherine, in the recent years, the Bogota Chamber of Commerce and others ecosystem actors in Bogota and in Colombia we put our main goal for the next year is to make Bogota the entrepreneurship and the innovation capital of LATAM. And really today, we are really proud and really happy to share the news that makes our goal tangible. According to the result that we shared today, and you in the Startup Link team shared today to the world, Bogota has moved from the 5th position to the 3rd position in LATAM, only after Sao Paulo and Mexico City. And globally, it was climbing from the 77th position in 2021 to the 65th position in 2023. So that is a really big result for us as a city, as a country, to improve different positions in LATAM and in the world. That is the result of a Bogota startup ecosystem that is really strong and really increase the position and the presence of the different actors in our city. Bogota is a really big capital in LATAM. We have almost 8 million of population. It's the 5th most populated city in LATAM, only behind a few cities in Mexico and a few cities in Brazil. And for example, Colombia ranks the 4th place in the Global Innovation Index in LATAM, only after Argentina, Brazil, and Chile. We have a really good GDP per capita in Bogota. It's more like $12,000 per year per habitant. It's a really important GDP in not only in Colombia. It's the most important GDP in Colombia, but it's also really important GDP in LATAM. And in the case of Bogota, in Bogota, we have the 77 of the deals made in Colombia and investment in startups in the recent years, but we represent the 91% of the capital raised in Colombia in 2022, because we have almost of 60% of Colombian startups in this ecosystem. Because all that investment, all that startups in our ecosystem, we have 3 unicorns, because we started with the unicorns a few years ago. We have Rappi, we have Abby, we have Life Miles as a unicorns. But the better news is we have almost 20 unicorns with the valuation of it's really close for being a unicorn. We have unicorns as Adi, Merkeo, Lifty, Trubana, Robin Food, Tool, Todd, Platzi, that it shows a really important investment and ecosystem startups in our city. We have almost 25 accelerators in Bogota. We have 11 government entity and development agency who works in our ecosystem. We have 5 multilateral development banks and institutions that work to improve the ecosystem in our city. We have more than 10 association entrepreneurship clubs that work and that generate community for our startups. And we have in Bogota more than 10 venture capital funds that invest every year in our startups. To end this presentation, this is the right, the behavior of the startups in our region. It's an ecosystem that have already more than 20 years working for the improvement of ecosystem in Bogota. And we have some years that launch more than 100 startups per year. In this moment, Colombia, in a report that we do, that the name is Colombian Tech Report with different allies in Bogota and in the country, we have more than 1,320 startups in Colombia. So this is really good news for the ecosystem in Bogota to be in this moment the 3rd place in LATAM. But we already know that we have some issues that we have to work and we have continued to work. It's for that the Bogota Chamber of Commerce is leading a really big project for improve the ecosystem and to go in the 1st place in Latam. We will lead the district and innovation and entrepreneurship district here in Bogota. Like, it's a really big project, and we hope that in 2 or 3 years to have the possibility to go in the 1st place in Latam. So all you are really invited to know Bogota, to invest in Bogota, and to share this information with your startups, with your entrepreneurs, and with your venture capital funds, to be in Bogota, to know Bogota, and to invest in Bogota, Catherine. That is our presentation here today. Again, Catherine, thank you for this presentation and for all the work that you do.
Thank you, Juan David.
In Startup Lane.
Thank you, Juan David. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for sharing with us more about the Bogota startup ecosystem. I'm sure we really learned a lot about the ecosystem today. And if you want to learn more about Bogota, you can reach out to Cámara Comercio de Bogota, or also head over to bogota.startuplink.com, where you can learn more about the Bogota startup ecosystem. Bogota also has a case study on this year's report, and we also released the Colombia Tech Report, where you can also learn about the Bogota startup ecosystem and the Colombia startup ecosystem as well. Thank you, Juan David, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.